Wow, that was quite a fast, like, flash step our MC just did. Like, William. Holy hell, my dude. Like, that flash step. Like, he was there faster than that. Like, he broke the sound barrier. Like, this man turned his head, and then all of a sudden, he was there. Like, he went that fast, he grabbed her and hugged her. I'm like, bruh, like, the speed of you right now. Like, oh my god, like, is his body okay? Because, I mean, from what we found out, his body is in very bad shape. So I'm very curious to see how his body feels after that. Like, he has to be in a lot of pain. I mean, moving that fast where nobody can really keep up, because, I mean, it was even stated from the dialogue that, like, I didn't even see him move. Like, how did he appear here? Like, nobody saw him. Even the fighters, like the little fairies that, you know, fight constantly, creatures and stuff, they couldn't even keep up. So, that just goes to emphasize the point of how fast he was. Oh my god, like, if that's just how fast he is now, just imagine how he probably was in the past before his body got ruined completely. Oh man, this is one of those series I really wish our character wasn't, like, injured like that. I know he's going to be more of the mentor role, but that really sucks because of what I saw in this episode really got me interested in his character, and I actually want to see how he was in his prime, but I guess I'm fine with, you know, him being a mentor. It sucks, though, because, I mean, that was just epic what he did in this, you know, episode. But anyways, though, with all that being said, I gotta say, that ending moment was very sweet. Seeing, you know, our main characters having a hug and all that, it was very cute, and, I mean, it was being built up slowly throughout the episode, which I will get into. But, I have to say, though, after that cute and cuddly moment, our main female character slapped William. That ruined the moment. That really ruined the moment. Like, as soon as I saw that, I was reminded that this was a light novel adaptation. As soon as that happened, I was reminded that this is a light novel adaptation. Even though it's tried to be different in a lot of things, as soon as that slap happened for the final part of the episode credits rolled, I'm like, really? I'd rather you have cliffhangered me with the defense failed than seeing that slap for the final part of the episode, because it just... Okay, it's just my personal thing. Don't let what I'm about to say take enjoyment from the episode or whatever, because it was a good episode, don't get me wrong there. It's just that final scene, I just... It's so pointless. It literally served no point. It, like, undermines everything that was just happening right before that scene. Just, like, right before the slap. They were having a nice little moment, hugging and all that. Yes, she was embarrassed, but it was a sweet moment. But then all of a sudden, just the slap, it really just breaks that. You're like, are you serious right now? Like, all of that of what he's been doing and how he was just really upset and then he was happy to see you just slap him like that, it really reminds you that you're actually watching a light novel anime adaptation, and I'm like, why does series have to put something like this in it? I mean, it would have been a much better scene if that was not thrown in, but I guess things like that happen. Anyways, though, getting off of that, the episode does a really good job with building up the emotions going on inside William's character. So, throughout the episode, there was very subtle details, and by subtle, I mean very subtle, because honestly, if you really weren't paying attention, you would easily just miss it. It would just fly over your head, and I want to kind of show some examples. Number one, the end of the episode, we saw how he was kind of very upset, and, you know, it looked like he just lost all hope and he was just sad, and the reason for this is pretty obvious because of the recent episodes and the flashback we got. He lost everyone. All of humanity is dead. He's like the only one left alive, so obviously he has some form of PTSD, because everyone he loved and knew, and that was his friend, they're all gone. They're all dead. His family, friends, lovers, whatever, they're all gone. There's nothing left. And when you've lost everything, obviously, you're gonna feel empty inside. And just recently, he has managed to kind of gain something back where he feels a little bit normal again. And with him feeling like he just lost it again, it's obvious why he'd feel like that. It was like he was going through PTSD throughout this entire episode. And that entire scene, it's pretty obvious why he acted like that. But there was a little build-up throughout this episode that kind of emphasizes those emotions he felt towards the end. And that was with the dream he had. had. When he had that dream, you know, taking care of the kids, and he was fixing a leaky ceiling and all that, he turned around and was asking for help, but no one was there. And then the hall expanded and all that just to show he's all alone, he's by himself, which represents, you know, the emotions he feels because he's the last, you know, human being alive. So he feels lonely, he's by himself. But when he saw that moment, he realized that he was alone once again. Nobody is there, they're all dead, and he hated that feeling. And so when he woke up, he's like, I'm glad that was a dream. It's because of, you know, PTSD, you know, kicking in, but also because of how much he cares about the kids and all that, and he doesn't want them just to die because it gives him purpose once again. Then, other little things is when, later on in the episode, when he's supposed to take a nap, and when he wakes up, and then, you know, it's raining and stuff, he says that he didn't really get any good sleep at all. And this goes along the lines to prove that it's because of fatigue, also constantly worrying about, you know, the girls, worrying if they're okay, seeing if, you know, they're gonna live or not. You know, he was constantly worrying, and because of that, that's why he didn't get any rest. Once again, more signs that this stress was building up throughout the episode towards that conclusion when he finally jumped over to give her a hug, which once again, that slap scene completely ruined all the emotions of the episode, which I just like, oh, that disgusts me. That really disgusts me, because it kind of ruined everything that was being built in this episode. Now, besides all that, we have world building, and it focuses more on lizard culture, which is very weird, because I don't know if it's just me, but it might be, I don't know, but the lizard stuff that this episode started with, I'm like, am I reading the greatest book in Elder Scrolls, The Lusty Argonian? Am I witnessing a live action movie, or I guess anime adaptation of The Lusty Argonian? That is like, what? But anyways, though, it was very odd. I gotta say, like, the first quarter of the episode with, you know, the child just, you know, talking about the lizards and stuff, the romance of these certain pieces of the town that are very special. It shows the culture of the town folk, but it also shows how society has changed quite a bit since, you know, humanity died off, and how it's a little bit different from what we remember. But it was just so weird. I'm like, yo, like, that's really weird, just seeing these certain things that was going on screen. But then when she was just sitting there sharing and being all bubbly and happy, it reminded me of an actual kid, because I mean, I remember when I was really, really young, and there was something I was really excited about and I loved. I wanted to show people. I was like, hey, look at this, and all that, and that's kind of what she was doing. So I do like that aspect of this episode, kind of showcasing that she is a child, and it represents perfectly with the main message of this episode, with how a child is being forced to become a soldier, have her body tuned. It represents like how messed up this is, because I mean, number one, like I already said, it shows a lot of things throughout her character in this episode that she is a child. But then when you see the scene to when, you know, she needs to be tuned or whatever to be able to go into combat and become a soldier, it just really messes with you. You're like, oh my god, like, straight up, this little girl is about to become a fighter. She's about to go to war, risk her life, become a soldier, and probably die, because that's her only purpose. And so, I like how dark this episode was, even though it tried to keep very relaxing or calm throughout the entirety of it. There was a lot of darkness hiding behind the scene. So, good stuff, Suka Suka. Can't wait to see what you do next. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.